Well, there's a bit of a silly idea. I've picked out this junk board. I think it used to be from a VCR. On the back are a bunch of output ports and what have you for RF, TV signal and stuff. So I thought I'd try and make an exciter with it. And well, I've seen a coil down there. There is a 3.57 megahertz oscillator, but that's no good for wireless stuff really. I've had no success with them. There's a lot of axial inductors. Actually, that could be a 24CO4 or something, one of those storage chips, but I can't even read that. It's all been scraped off. So yeah, the idea is to make an exciter. There are some 100 UH, I think they are, little green coils there. Plenty of capacitors anyway, and plenty of transistors. So let's see what happens. Right, so I've decided one of my SWES 2s is probably the easiest thing to build and the one that will probably work. So I'm going to take that set of coils off there, smash up the ferrite and take the wire off. And I'm going to use one of those as the transistor. Whatever they are, I'll find out. Here we go, I've liberated the coils somewhat. These are the bits of plastic and what have you. Just got to break this now. Somehow. Oh, there we go. I nearly hit the camera. And now we've got the coils to work with. By the way, if anyone's got an Anet A8 that built the kit for the 3D printer, these things are so cool, aren't they? Yeah, these come in the kit and I use them every day. Anyway, so the next thing is to wind this onto here. So in fact I was able to get 24 plus 24 turns on there, and there's probably enough to make another coil on the receiving side, so that's exactly what I'll do. So now what I'm going to do is to take this coil off here, secure it with probably tape or maybe glue, I'm not sure, and then that'll be the transmitting coil. I might actually make this a Centurion and try and get it to run from just this lamp on the table, but that might be a little bit ambitious. Anyway, next thing, take that coil off. Right, so that's the two coils made. There's actually a bit left over as well on this coil. It's great stuff. It's 32 or 34 AWG. There's 24 plus 24 turns on this one with a centre tap there. That'll be the positive to the battery or the hopefully solar cell, and these two can go to either the collector or the base. And this is the receiver coil that I've done of 36 turns. So that's the two coils made. The transistor that I'll use is this one. It came from there. It's an STS5343. They're quite similar to C945s, something like that. So I think what I'll do is I'll create a straight SWES 2 to start with. So what I'm going to do is connect that transistor to the collector and base, the two wires there, and then just run it and take this thing off. And I think it's got a load of LEDs on it, and if so, I'll try and get one of those LEDs, or a couple of them or something, to light up on the receiving side. I'll use a AAA battery for it. Right, that's the transistor soldered on, but the negative lead onto the emitter of the transistor, I haven't got any wires on here, so what I'm going to do is to take one of these link wires and unsolder that and then attach that to the transistor, such that then I can get the battery onto it. There's that done, and why not take one of these little push buttons off, and then I can switch the circuit on and off. I'll connect that between the, well, I don't know, the emitter I guess, and use another one of these link wires. And there we go, the transmitter part's done. What I've done is connected up to a, well, it used to be from a solar garden light, and it's a AAA holder. So there's the button to switch on and off, and now I'll do something about receiving the energy if it works. So what I've done is I've just put a LED on this other coil, and also I've checked that battery and it was flat, so that would have been great, wouldn't it? That one's actually got 1.2 volts on it, so it's a 1.5. Anyway, let's see if this works. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. Just a nice little 1.5 volt or 1.2 volt little circuit. That's running fine. Well, I've been trying various pins on this thing, connecting just from the 2 wires here to the pins on the back, and I found something that might be quite appropriate for this video, and that is, hey, video! That's not a bad little result for this this circuit. Okay, here's a few things set up, including a Dr. Stifler Type L3 with a ferrite rod inside. Oh, comes on quite nicely. Particularly like the large ferrite in the top left, the way that if I leave the thing off for a few seconds, it seems to come on, the brightness seems to come on quite slowly. Oh yeah. Anyway, so I think what I'll do is I'll try and convert this to a Centurion circuit. It's the same thing but with a tank section, hence Centurion. I'll see what's on the board. I'm going to need a low value non-electrolytic capacitor and about 1 mega ohms of resistance. There's a few resistors and such on there, so I'll try that way round and see if I can get it running on solar. Not much choice on these capacitors. There's a 104 on the bottom left, there's a 182 in the middle, and that's a 223 on the right. These mains type ones might be worth a look as well, but I think I'm going to go with the 182 and then combine a few resistors for the resistance part. And there we are, a solar light panel from Garden Light. I've got the 182 with a couple of the resistors, a 470 and a 47k. Hopefully it's enough, and well, this has always been a good coil for these sort of low level ones. Yeah, that works. Okay, that's cool. In fact, hang on a minute, while we're here, that one from Dr. Stifler's, the L3 type thing with the ferrite, we'll try that. Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, so well obviously I don't need this button to be pressing down. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'll get rid of this button, I'll tidy this up and hopefully be able to make another coil about the same square type in a way, with the remainder of this wire. And then that'll be the finished thing, and then basically it can probably sit on the table and run. Yeah, I'll do that. Finally, there we go. I've put all the components inside the transmitter coil and it neatens it all up. I can just plop something on top now, like that one, and there we are. It'll run all the time whenever the light's on, or indeed outside or wherever, window ledge or something, just running all the time. And not bad from just a junk board over there. The other part of the coil that came from on here made 24 turns, and it does run that white LED alright. Unfortunately this thing, there's no way, not on the power from a light. Just about possibly see video slightly in green there, but it's not got enough output to run that. The idea for making it like this came from this one that I made quite some time ago, and as you can see that one runs fine under the light. So yeah, hope that was useful and thanks for watching.